Hi, everybody. John here at PT, Dana Sandler Training. How are we doing today?
John, good. How about yourself?
I am well. I am well. So we have a little bit of a more difficult question,
Yeah.
as we were talking about. So one of the things we had a conversation around is just salespeople and motivating factors and different things like that. And one of the things I come back to is there's a section of salespeople that just aren't motivated to make more money. And I think there's a disconnect a lot of times between coaches, managers, and those individuals because most feel like that should be the default
Mhm.
when you're in sales. Can you talk about why some aren't motivated to make more and some of the approaches you could potentially take to help them?
There are two camps of salespeople. Let's take camp number one, really successful. Let's
Yes.
put them on the shelf for right now.
Okay.
Camp number two is everybody else. Everybody else, most of those salespeople are average at best. And so, if an average or below average salesperson tells me they're not motivated by money, my first response is that's why you're average or below average. So, why are those people not motivated by money? There could be a variety of different reasons for that. One could be that they just don't think they can accomplish much. They've just been beat up in life so much. And this is weird because they used to dream a lot when they were in second and third grade about what they wanted to be when they grow up. And then they become an adult, and all of a sudden those dreams are shattered. And their thought process is as long as I make enough money to pay the bills or to be able to eat out occasionally, I'm nice. I'm happy. Well, you know
Yes.
what? Sales might not be the job for you.
Yep.
It might not. Sales is one of the most difficult jobs in the world. And in order to do it well, you get paid well. And so if you're not
Yep.
motivated by money, then maybe you shouldn't do it. The other side, at camp number one, those people that are already highly successful, I'm going to lay out that a good percent of them have made their money, are perfectly happy and content with that level of success, and they don't really need to or want to push themselves further.
Yeah.
And frankly, that's a shame too, isn't it?
What's this, so there's two things that really resonate for me or come out of what you just said. One is right seat on the bus, meaning is the person in the correct role for what they want out of things and what the company's looking for them to do. So sometimes maybe the person's not in the right spot.
Could be.
I think there is something to be said, and this might lead to somebody moving to a different role or different expectations and those kinds of things. But it goes back to almost the upfront contract you have with the person when they were hired. And are you on the same page that you're looking for that kind of motivation? Because somebody might be at a spot where they're very productive for the company. They're not looking to grow. They're very satisfied with their environment. And is it okay to leave them in the role with the understanding that they've kind of capped out based on choice, though?
Mm-hmm.
And is that okay? Or does that harm your sales environment?
So you have to be careful on how you manage that.
Yeah,
Typically, it's okay.
I would think so.
The problem will be if they become very lackadaisical and they become kind of negative towards things you as the manager are trying to accomplish with the other salespeople.
With the rest of the team. Yeah.
I think where it starts to go, though, is maybe we need to take the spotlight off of ourselves and start focusing it on other people. And let me give you a quick example. I have an account that's about $300 million in sales, one salesperson. That salesperson makes a lot of money. And I was chatting with him about it. And I said, what motivates you to keep going out there and selling? Because you're making good money now. And he goes, I want everybody that works in this company to make more money. And he
Yeah.
goes, I know if I bring in more sales, our sales numbers go up and they make more money. He goes, that is the motivation. So maybe if you're fat and happy right now, it's time to start looking at other people.
Well, the other thing too is I think some salespeople get to a point where they no longer feel challenged by the tasks. And so sometimes you need to move them up a layer, give them
Yeah.
things that are more challenging to push them because they feel like they've done what they're currently doing a trillion times.
Yeah.
And it's no longer something that pushes them.
Yep. Totally agree.
All right. All right, everybody. See you again tomorrow.
See you later.